the energy level kind of just sinks down. No, you have to have a happy heart, you know. I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it?
It is.
Being
It is.
happy.
It is.
But then, but most people will tell you they're not happy,
It's true.
you
Why?
know. But then, right there, they want to spill out the story. You see, they want to tell you all that they went through to be where they are. They, but they left out one thing. It was all their own inner conversations, and they won't admit to it.
Yeah.
It's their harvest, but they won't claim it. Why is it that you claim a harvest you don't want and leave one that's everything you do want and not pay any attention to it? Come on, what has your attention has your life. Isn't that so?
It is so. It is so. You asked the question why. I think that most people really don't believe that their thoughts become things.
No, they don't. No, no, they absolutely don't. All you have to do is talk to them for a few minutes. You know, these fortune tellers, they get you to talk for a few minutes and you've just spilled yourself all out to them. You see, they move in on certain words that you're not even aware you're saying, and they're right on top of it. So you see, it's always up to you to monitor your own self-talk. That's your responsibility to monitor your own self-talk. And I mean, not once in a while, but be on top of it, or it'll be on top of you. I mean, it's one way or the other. I mean, yeah, it's so simple. It's so simple an idea that that it's almost impossible to believe it when you first hear it. I mean, it's like it kind of overwhelms you into they're out in fuzzy land. See, you may not understand it, but you're told that you're praying ceaselessly. There it is. And all prayers answered. And a fellow tells me, oh no, not all prayers are answered. Mine aren't answered. Yeah, they are. You just answered them. I like it when I get in a good one.
You know, a lot of people don't realize that we can read their minds by simply observing their lifestyle.
Yeah, that's it. And even the way you give your name to them is where'd you go?
Had to get another pen.
Look, it's a very simple thing. You're told you're always thinking ahead of your evidence. Now you're experiencing your evidence right now of what you have said. In other words, the speaking to yourself, talking to yourself, suggesting to yourself. But suggesting what? See, that's important, isn't it?
It
That
is.
what? I
It
mean,
is.
that's to make it or break it right there. See, you're on one side or the other. There's a positive and a negative side, and you're told choose this day. Look at what you're thinking. How are you choosing? Because it may just be a thought to you, but thoughts are things. You see, and when you put a few of those thoughts together, you got a problem. And then when you get one problem, you get in a mood, and then while you're in a problem, you're charging up the next problem. And people don't realize they're doing that to themselves moment after moment. Turn on some music, something, change the mood. I mean, I love my stereo there because if I come in here and I'm not really focused on what I'm doing or something, I just turn on the music for a few minutes and then you kind of calm down. And then as soon as you calm down, it all straightens out. But it's you who sets the mood. See, here, right here. See, it has to be set here, and then you experience it out here. But your word is valid. Is that a problem with people understanding that their say is actually valid?
I think so. I think that we've been so preconditioned. And of course, we've been told for thousands of years we should give an account for even the idle words. And yet we think that that's a religious jargon, and we think that it's fantasy. So when somebody hears one of our talks and we talk about thoughts becoming things, they say it's ludicrous. They just can't believe that such is so.
It's the sentence you bear,
Yeah,
isn't
it is.
it?
It is.
You created it. You understand that's what is so difficult for them to understand. They are creating right out of their mouth or talking to themselves, or like I said, suggesting to yourself. And you're doing so consistently, persistently, but are you even aware of what you're allowing yourself to entertain as thought? I mean, I mean that, yeah, it's important. Yeah, yes, it is. It's very important. And when you find out how important it is, you're going to go, what have I been doing to myself all along? Boy, I tell you, talk about to self. You do it every day. You get around a crowd and someone's going to be stabbing themselves,
Yeah.
see, with words. See, because that's what makes up your world of experiencing the words you're talking to yourself about. That's your play. That's your part in this play. Now, the point is, did you choose it? Or is your environment choosing for you? And believe me, like I say, you walk down the street and passing people and you can just see their faces and you know they ain't having a good day. And you smile at them and they kind of look at you like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. Do people even know where they're at?
I don't think so. I was at the store today, and the gentleman that was checking me out, as far as at the cash register, he said it was going to be a long day. And I said, no, I think it's going to be a very fast day. I think everything's going to go well for you. And I couldn't convey to him that his thoughts become things because he couldn't understand it. And I've talked to this individual before, so I know his conversation, but I just wanted to plant a seed that your day doesn't have to be a long day, you know.
You see, everything's recorded. You may not remember it, but it's all here. And that's what you were sent was a remembrancer because it's not about learning, you see, because I was opposed to that learning, you know. I mean, but once you have a revelation, then you can't get it fast enough. And you're always looking for ways to get around doing something out there to come in here and work in here because Look, you cannot find entertainment in this world like you got right here if you'll let it out. You just have to let it out. Active. Be active about it. it it's more the real you than this whatever's sitting here. You know, the only problem is people never spend any time alone. They really don't.
That's true.
And when they do, they could burn the house down with the heat they feel from all parts of life. Look, you're given to choose this day, and aware or unaware, you're doing exactly that. You are choosing it, and you even add details to it as you're choosing it. And, that's it. That's what we're trying to get you to do, to choose it. See, because we're assuming that if you choose this day and that's what you experience, you'll be happy about it. And that's all you're told to do. You get today straight, and all things produce after their own kind. You see, you kind of get it going, and once you get it going, and you see that you're benefiting from it, if for no other reason, just because you feel great. I mean, you feel relieved. You feel, I made it. And you do. But you have to claim it. That's the only hang up. You have to claim. If you're not claiming it, you don't get it. And you get what you do claim. And you usually don't want that. So you're busy worrying about that, and worry is just the opposite of faith. You get your, yeah, I know. I was asked that too, but just, yeah. Uh, no, you get out of trouble the same way you got in it. You get out of these messes, these different reasons for having such a drama. You get out of it the same way you get into it. You have to let it go. That's all. Just let go. You can do it. All you have to do is start saying it. See, if you start saying it, you're gone. Out of here. You see, it takes time to get the mind wrapped around what you're trying to do, because mind don't like to change. You see, it likes that habitual, just automatic kind of life you live. It likes that just fine. We're doing just fine. But you see, if you're not happy, you're not doing it fine. Remember who started this? God. He told you, choose this day. And it's always this day. Always. It's not a yesterday. It's not a tomorrow. It's always this day. And that's the day you're given to change your mind, change your world. And you can do so. Why would he tell you to do so if you couldn't? I had a half a dozen of Neville's tapes, and I listened to them at least one every night for years before it actually touched base. I began thinking differently. The importance of having a CD, because what has your focus has your life. Think about it. We're not asking you to join anything, but you have to have the CDs. You have to have the DVDs. You have to listen to them. It's you training this. Listen, listen, listen.
But as Mr. Lindell stated, you have to listen to them repeatedly. And again, for those who are interested, click the link below and it will take you to the 4 CD set, and you'll be able to transform not only your mind, but your world.